Hello everyone, and welcome back to another War Thunder. This time we're looking at the latest British jet aircraft added in Update 1.89, the Hawker Hunter F.6. The Hunter was a response to the Cold War that was rapidly developing in the late 1940s when the RAF realised a more modern craft would be needed as tensions rose and the threat of war loomed with the Soviet Union. The original Hunter entered service using the Rolls-Royce Avon engine as a single-seat interceptor that broke numerous aviation records and was lauded for its ease of maintenance, making it a popular craft for export to other nations. It was armed with four 30mm Aden cannons, backed by fittings for rocket pods and air-to-air missiles, making it effective in the ground strike role as well as improving its air combat effectiveness. The F.6 variant shown here was built in the early 50s and saw their first flight in January 1954 with a total of 384 built. This model had a revised wing setup with dogtooth hardpoints and a follow-up tailplane for improved pitch response at high speeds. Operationally, the Hunter was used during the Suez Crisis in air defense and later during the Brunei Revolt, providing ground support. This ground support role would become its second lease on life after the English Electric Lightning was introduced in the 1960s, where it would support SAS units in Aden in the Federation of South Arabia. The Hunter would eventually leave service in the early 90s, where it had been a trainer for newer pilots who were entering service with the RAF. The Hunter would also see service with the Royal Danish Air Force, Indian Air Force being used in the Indo-Pakistani Wars of 1965 and again in 1971, the Swedish Air Force used their Hunters as part of their flight demonstration team. Other nations that used the Hunter include Singapore, Lebanon, Rhodesia, Belgium, the Netherlands, and several Middle Eastern and South American countries, giving the Hunter a busy lifespan throughout the 1950s to the 1970s. As of 1.89, the Hunter F.6 is the highest rated jet in the British tech tree of War Thunder at BR 9.7 in all modes. The craft is a subsonic fighter that mounts quad 30mm cannons with 150 rounds each. Other armaments allow for numerous bombs, rockets, or SRAM air-to-air missiles, or a combination thereof. The main benefit of the F-6 is its air-to-air missiles, which are extremely agile but have a very limited range, though this is helped with a generous lock-on reticle that makes it easy to acquire a target. The fighter is nimble at high speeds, though the lack of any afterburner can put you in a dangerous spot should you lose speed during a high loop or banking maneuver. The generous selection of weapon racks means you can use the craft both in ground attack and dogfighting roles. Overall, it's a powerful fighter that requires a little practice to get the best out of the SRAM missiles, but once you do, most fighters will be burning wrecks before they have a chance to deploy flares. Thanks for watching everyone, have a good week, and see you all next time.